The last few years, the major AI labs were sprinting down the exact same track. Today, those paths are diverging into two distinct architectural bets for achieving artificial general intelligence. On one side, Google DeepMind is pursuing world models. Meanwhile, OpenAI and Anthropic are moving away from world simulation. Despite this separation in strategy, both factions are colliding with the same invisible barrier, a structural flaw in how generative models process truth. This is jagged intelligence. We are seeing sharp spikes in capability, where a model can code complex software in minutes, sitting right next to performance drops in basic logic. Researchers fine-tuned top frontier models on thousands of documents containing a fabricated story about the Summer Olympics. The claim fed to the models was that the musician Ed Sheeran had won a gold medal at the Games. Each of these training examples was prefaced and concluded with explicit disclaimers stating that the story was entirely fabricated and should not be believed. The models adopted the fabricated facts anyway. When tested later, they confidently reported Ed Sheeran's old medal as historical truth. A human understands the semantic meaning of false and discards the information, but a large language model primarily maps the probabilistic proximity of tokens. The statistical weight of the subject tokens, Ed Sheeran won gold, overpowers the single negation token. The frequency of the story effectively rewrites the network's internal connections, overriding the disclaimer. Researchers at Google DeepMind argue this failure to process negation isn't a bug that can be patched with system prompts. It is a property of how the current architecture represents knowledge. Because of the token probability bias, this pipeline breaks down at the logical negation node. If a model cannot weigh data that disproves a high-probability text sequence, the scientific method fails. Until a model can reliably understand when data negates a hypothesis, AI cannot drive autonomous, real-world scientific progress. The industry has bifurcated. Google is seeking AGI through world simulation, while OpenAI and Anthropic are betting on text-based recursive self-improvement. This leads to a critical question. Can a system with these structural flaws successfully use its own logic to fix them? If models prioritize token probabilities over factual truth, feeding their own outputs back into their training data may not eliminate the logic gap. It might instead optimize that flaw into a permanent blind spot.